Good everyone, Organized video, and today we have a bit of an unorthodox video. This isn't something I'd normally do, but hey, if you want to see more like this, maybe see some of the crazy matches that I sometimes have, maybe we could turn this into like a once in a blue moon sort of thing. So the other day I was out in my FW-190 A5 U12, obviously without the pods because I'm not a masochist, because trust me, this thing feels like a brick with the pods on. And I was out with one of my subs, aka Joe's Doctor in the Discord server, also known as TopText4199. And we were just out grinding the new battle pass, which I am getting to work on that, by the way. I've been slowly working my way through, just grinding it as normal. I'm not paying for the battle pass, so I don't see the point, because realistically, the only vehicles I'd want are um the ITP and the T55E1 thing. And I just don't see the point when I'm not going to use the Centurion all that much, and the boat is just going to rot, so there's not much point. But as you can tell, I've been working hard on the skins, and I absolutely love this skin. If there's one thing that the Germans did right, it was make this skin, I've got to tell you. But that's not what we're here to discuss today. What we're here to discuss is how the fuck did I manage to pull this off? Obviously, I can't exactly use that for a YouTube video title, so I'm going to have to think of something creative. But let's put it this way, I have zero clue how I managed to pull this off. Now, of course, when it comes to the A5U12, it's certainly a capable aircraft. However, when you're getting swarmed by P-51s and also a French Yak-3, it's highly unlikely that you're going to live. But I somehow did, and I honestly don't have a clue. But at least it gets me out of the bat and manages to get me into some Focke-Wulfs, because I'm not far off finishing the skins off this one. I was working hard on them the other day. I've got blue 13 to finish off. I've got this camouflage here and I've got this camouflage here. I've not got that many. I only need about 20 air kills in ARB to finish this up. But obviously, this isn't the skin I was flying with at the time, but it's highly likely the replay will show it as me having this skin. I think I had the yellow 1 skin on, I think, if I remember rightly. Or it was black 1, I think it was. But I honestly don't know how I pulled this off. To be brutally honest, I need your guys' help. I honestly do not have a clue how this happened. I honestly don't have a clue how I beat this SEAC 3, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. So, let's go take a look at the replay. Now, before I start, Top Text, he may not have any kills, but what he contributed was dragging the enemies down. And without him doing that, I'd have been screwed. Well, I was probably screwed anyway, but the Yak pilot was a bit of an idiot, but we'll gloss over that. So a lot is going to happen in these 14 minutes, although most of the action takes place between the first 4 minutes and about 8 minutes, 9 minutes of the battle, so we do need to jump ahead a little bit. But trust me, without my sub being there, I'd have been screwed. Well, let's put it that way. And yeah, I had the yellow 1 skin on, I thought it did. It's actually quite a nice skin. I quite like this skin as well. Although it does make it stick out like a sore thumb on a map like this. So in this match, we are in a battle rating, I think this was 4-7, no, 5-3, this is a 5-3 match. And for obvious reasons, I'm in a Focke-Wulf, I need to climb. Which these things don't really do that spectacularly. And, well, I don't know how this match managed to happen, but it did. So here you can see most of the team is already going low to deal with the Grand Pandas. There was a squad of 3 Grand Pandas, well, 2 Grand Pandas and a fighter, and they're going to get their ass kicked, but they're going to drag down pretty much my entire team, apart from me and Top Text. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to call him Doctor, because that's what he goes by on Discord. It's a running joke. So, I'm obviously keeping an eye out for him, and over there is the French Yak-3 that we're going to see later, and I don't know how I managed to pull this off. So, unfortunately, Doc tends to get a little bit distracted, and he doesn't really, like, he's one of those that talks but doesn't look around very well, and obviously I had to warn him and let him know, but he's getting better at that. And there we go. I bet you wonder, where are the cannons firing? I'm using stealth, that's why. Kill number 1 on the BB-10. And that French yak is going to be a massive thorn in my arse for the next few minutes of this replay. I still don't know how we won this, I really don't. But anyway, less of the wondering how, let's get into what actually went off. So now we're being pushed down. We've got a J26 coming in and a pair of P51s. Well, we did have a J26 and a pair of P51s, but I just made that a lot easier for myself. Kill number 2. Now, of course, because of some of the, shall we say, erratic flying maneuvers I was pulling, the camera is going to get a bit out of control. So if you do get a bit wheezy from this sort of thing, well, I'd say wheezy, the word is queasy I was thinking of. I'm an idiot. You can tell the caffeine hasn't kicked in yet. If you do get a bit queasy, I would advise not watching this video for now. But if you have a strong stomach, enjoy. There goes the Tiffy for kill number 3. He's going to burn down very shortly. But as you can tell by my team list, it's not looking good. And now we've been pushed to the deck. We've got 2 P51 D20s and a Yak 3 buzzing us. And of course, Doc is trying to fight off them, but the Mustang actually missed his shot, which I was quite surprised about. And now we have to purely fly defensively. We cannot be on the aggressive for the moment. We're being completely swarmed by these Mustangs, and there is nothing much we can do about it. And as you can tell, my team is just getting its arse kicked. We're down to me, Doc, a D9 Dora, and a BF-190 G6 who's going to get slapped very shortly. It's not looking good, is it? So I'm telling Doc to not pull for the Yak 3. Reason why I say that is if I go down, he might be able to take it. Unfortunately, the French Yak 3 saw me trying to do that. I do score a hit, but I swear flight's been giving me bad luck recently, because that was a spark. It was a spark in the actual battle, not just the replay, by the way, in case anyone was curious. He's been giving me a lot of sparks lately. Of course, now I have to throw my aircraft into a sharp evasive turn, in case the Yak goes for me. But obviously now I'm telling Doc, do not follow that thing. That thing is a UFO. Let's put it lightly. And of course, I'm trying to help my team here. We're down to the last couple of aircraft on our team that can actually fight back. But very shortly, the BF-190 is going to be crashing. And any second now, I do miss my shot on the Mustang, but I do manage to damage him. Dora goes down to the other Mustang. And now I'm just trying to do my best to keep Doc alive. And as you can tell, I'm doing a bloody good job at that. And here comes the Yak. Obviously was panicking because I didn't know where the Yak was, but now I do. But there goes the 109. He got so greedy trying to go for the Mustang, he crashed into a tree. I'd just like to point out I'm down to scraps of cannon ammo. We're talking a handful. I score a crit and immediately dodge out of the way. Now of course Doc does go for it, but I tell him not to commit. He doesn't hear me properly. And he commits and gets blown out of the sky. Using the last of my cannon ammunition, I blow the Mustang out of the sky. But now it's down to me and the French Yak. So here comes the motion sickness if you do get that. So now I start throwing the 190 around into invasive maneuvers. And this is where I should be dead. Yes, I shouldn't have pulled for him. But at the same time, it's really the only option I have at this moment in time. I'm using my flaps carefully, trying to, A, not hit the trees, as you can see getting very close to the windshield there, but also I just don't know how, but this yak is actually struggling compared to my 190. And remember, I've only got MGs. So right there I score a crit on the Yak 3, and I still don't know how I'm keeping with him. Sure, the flaps would help with that, but this is a 190. It's not exactly the best in the vertical, full stop. Of course, Doc was watching in awe at the fact that I'm managing to keep with this guy, and I said to him, I don't know how the hell I'm pulling this off, but we're just gonna have to keep on going. Eventually I managed to swing it round, set the Yak on fire, and that is going to be kill number 6. And a few minutes later, the B-17 does manage to escape the match, but we win due to tickets thanks to the Russian B-25 on my team. I honestly don't have a monkeys of how I managed to pull that off. Sure, the French Yak was not using his flaps, but at the same time, he had a lot more energy than I did. I honestly don't have a clue how I managed to pull this off, but I somehow did. But if I ever get any matches like this, I'll save them, and if you want to see more of this, do let me know. I'd be more than happy to cover these, because some of the matches I have are unreal. But I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Focke-Wulf 190 A5 U12, and I will catch you all on the next one.